Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first two quarters.
How about Steph Curry in this one? He has 11 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
I love the rhythm his outside stroke has produced today.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he's a hard man to keep down, and so far they haven't found the answer for him. I don't know if there is an answer for him, quite honestly.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Paul George is out there with Nowitzki. Then there's Horford. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's DeRozan in at the shooting guard. And George, here we go. Good, and Curry gets the assist. And Clark, a great competitive game so far.
Yeah, tit for tat. I mean, back and forth, plenty of lead changes, and excellent play.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Here's Butler. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. One-on-one fast break. Nowitzki with it. Butler covering. Horford sets a screen for Curry. Back to Horford. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark with the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Irving up top, guarded by Curry. Irving drives in. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Irving's got 5 now.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
That's his first personal foul.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Takes a 3. And Horford pulls it down. Here's George. No good. And it's Chicago the other way.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
And it's Gasol penetrating. Pass to Aldridge. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Man, this has just been back and forth all game.
Boy, it's been fun to watch. Both teams trading shots and trading leads. Boy, it's been tight neck and neck down the stretch.
Jimmy Butler just checked in for Los Angeles. Aldridge has gone a terrific 6 of 8 shooting from the floor. Curry. And stolen by Aldridge. Irving passes to Aldridge. George dishes to Gasol. George with no one around. They get the rebound.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
Here's Nowitzki. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. And Los Angeles leads by 1.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Nowitzki with the steal. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And it's Butler with the jam.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And guys, mark that play right there, because that could be the one that leads to a surge to break this thing wide open.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Yeah, and that's important, because this game may ultimately come down to which team controls the paint in crunch time.
And DeRozan, here we go. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. And the first one at the line is good. And Los Angeles with some changes. Whiteside's checked in for Horford. Gay comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. And it's Rose in for Curry. And Walls slams it home.
Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, you know, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
I'm startled that he would even try something like that at this stage of the game.
The kick outside to Butler. Right side a screen. Just 5 to shoot. Here's DeRozan. And the jam by Whiteside.
And that's an example of willpower right there, guys. I mean, grabbing the offensive rebound and then going back up strong.
And GA, in a close game like this where every possession is critical, that could prove to be a very big one.
Boy, it sure could, Kevin. I mean, he salvaged 2 big points for them off that miss.
And Nowitzki with the stuff.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
They get it back. It's slammed in by Whiteside.
And great effort on the boards, and what a mean
Yeah.
that was, Kev. I mean, you just will not see him ever quit on a play.
That guy is a handful. You've got to have a body on him, Clark, at all times.
And you know what? Sometimes that's not even enough. He'll go around, over, or through you to get to the pumpkin.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock.
And if they're smart, they can hold it for the last shot.
To me, that's got to be the target. Make sure you manage the clock effectively so you do get the last shot.
The drive by Anthony. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. From deep, Rose. No good on the buzzer beater. Third quarter comes to a close, and a battle brings it to a tie. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. And here is Los Angeles now. So for Chicago right now, we've got Irving. Paul George is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Marc Gasol. And it's Butler in at the 2 spot. Nowitzki's gone 1 of 4 so far. Butler with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively.
Just a great battle these two teams are waging here today.
Boy, it sure is, and I'm getting the sense that this game could end up being decided by just 1 or 2 plays down the stretch.
Pass to George. Shot is no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Got a piece of it. Dives for it. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
And you know what? Just a little too much heat on that pass for him to come up with the steal.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that was going to be a tough catch for either one of them.
Picked by Horford. Nowitzki outside. The jump hook. Chicago grabs the miss. Aldridge has got his 5th rebound in this one. Butler kicks to Gasol. Dishes to Butler. Right side Gasol. To the inside. And George with the stuff.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Stan Van Gundy's huddle. He told them, this is it, fellas. Let's hit them right out of this timeout. Put some pressure on them. Show them how much you want it. Let's go get it. Guys, he's really exhorting them to give them a burst of energy.
Thank you, Doris. Curry kicks to Nowitzki. Back to Horford. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Horford's got 4 points this quarter.
And the deeper we get into this game, it seems like the more the offenses are in rhythm.
Without question. I mean, both of these teams are firing on full broadband bandwidth. I mean, full throttle ahead.
Irving drives in. George. And it's sent back by George. Curry kicks to George. Back to Curry. No good on the triple. Chicago leading by 3. Here's Butler. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Just an amazing game for Butler. 13 points and 4 assists as well.
And we're seeing him at his very best today. Just really a joy to watch.
Well, I know I'm thoroughly enjoying it because he's amazing when he's on top of his game like this.
And here's George for 3. That's good.
And they'll be counting on even more points from him. That's essential if they're going to pull this game out.
Wasted no time on that one. And it's 8 points for Kyrie Irving.
Crushing blow to the host right there. I mean, they were in this game for what felt like only a second before instantly giving that three-pointer.
And as soon as they splashed that bomb, the air just went right out of the building. Total deflation.
Nowitzki with the screen on Irving. Here's Curry with the 3.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that one.
From the arc. Cannot hit. Good work defensively by Horford.
He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3 ball in the first half. Still bagels in the second.
Aldridge's screen. Butler from outside. That's good. And now it's a 10-point Chicago lead. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Chicago.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Nowitzki for 3.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game. And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for Chicago.
And it may be a comfortable win for him, Steve, and in the end, but, you know, they had to weather a few storms along the way, Clark, and that's all part of the story.
That's right, Kevin. I mean, this is by no means a runaway that it might appear to have been. I mean, it was a scrappy performance all the way through.
And what a huge standout performance it was for LaMarcus Aldridge. He did all the dirty work that they needed, clearing out space underneath and securing rebounds.
And Dirk Nowitzki gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Allen kicks to Wall. The dish to Allen. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by Los Angeles. Martin from outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala.
Timeout call.
Chicago calls timeout. They're ahead by 13. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
You know, I'm not sure why you call a timeout this late. I mean, the game is more or less over.
I think they might just be taking a few extra seconds to enjoy the win. Is that plausible?
Or maybe just rubbing it in. That's possible.
7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Butler gets it to go.
And you know what? He's got a new BFF. It's the triple.
And it has been his BFF today anyway. Most of his points have been courtesy of the deep ball.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they